Alright, welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 5 in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls unit. So this is a mission that is probably one of the hardest when you are playing the game for the first time. I think pretty much everyone I've ever seen play this had a hard time.
Boss, about those walker gears deployed by the CFA. It appears that it's not just the CFA. PFs all along the Angola-Zaire border are also getting equipped with them. The bipedal technology was developed by the Soviets, but Cypher's the one supplying it to the PFs. The question is why? What's in it for them? The answer may lie in the compensation being traded to Cypher by the PFs. Many outfits operating in Africa get locally mined resources as spoils of war. Diamonds, nuggets of gold, and rare metals. According to the intel team, there's a PF convoy that regularly transports the goods, escorted by armored vehicles, no less. Pretty heavy security for crossing the remote Angolan savannah. I can't imagine Cypher would be so interested in minerals alone. Those convoys have to be transporting something else. Something that holds the key to Cypher's plans. Boss, I want you to extract the truck, cargo and all, from the PF convoy. Let's find out what Cypher's real goals are.
Easier said than done, my friend Mr. Miller, man. Also, in this video, do not watch the credits if you don't want something spoiled. Just gonna put that out there. I forgot one of these times to talk about the spoiler credits, so just don't watch these credits starting here. I'll let you know when you can look again.
Your objective is to steal an entire truck from a PF convoy. We don't have a fix on the truck we want, but the intel team has spotted the unit that's been tasked with escorting it. They're stationed at the guard post to the north of Nova Braga Airport on the Savannah. The rendezvous with our target will be any time now.
Okay, you can look.
Heading to that guard post. Then follow the escort unit. They should lead you right to the target truck. Boss, extract them from the mission area. You can check the target details on your iDroid.
Alright, so now, in this level, we are going to take advantage of something that I forget how long ago we got it, but this is something I almost never like to use. I'm only using it now because it's convenient, and that would be D-Walker. I've never quite found a reason to bring D-Walker to a mission instead of D-Horse. D-Walker is a little bit faster than D-Horse, and he can have weapons, but you can also fire your weapons off of D-Horse. So the only reason I've found is if you don't want D-Horse getting hurt, you bring D-Walker, because there's too many Ds. Why don't we call Quiet D-Quiet? But anyway, this mission is really tough the first time, and it can also go on a really long time because you have to, like, track the location of the truck. But if you know where the truck starts at, this mission's really... it's at least shorter if you know where it is, and like I say, it's easier. That depends on your playstyle. Also, I guess saying that there's spoilers in the credits is in itself a spoiler, because you know something's coming on. So we've got some spooky, scary skeletons here to deal with. This is why this mission is really difficult. Also, I would highly recommend that you level up your Fultons to the point where you can get rid of trucks and such like that, because it makes this mission infinitely easier. What we could do right now is get the skulls across the map, and then come back for the truck and Fulton it out. But one of the tasks in this mission is to kill the skulls, to defeat the skulls, so that is what I will be doing, because I'm a crazy person, and I showed last time in Where the Honeybees Sleep, or whatever the hell that mission's called, that the skulls really aren't that big a deal if you know what you're doing. Now, I'm using the Fakkel, which is the gun that I used against them last time, that pretty much took them out in 2 rounds each. These skulls are a little bit harder this time. As you can see, they're throwing big old rocks at us, and they are not really taking a whole lot of damage from the Fakkel. That is why I brought the really good, at least at this point in the game, rocket launcher, which will do quite a bit of damage to the skulls, and really is what I should be using this entire time. And also, just so I don't die so quickly, I am using the battle dress, which I still don't like because, I mean, come on, he's too big for the goddamn sneak. I can't really put it any more eloquently than that. One of the big hazards of doing this level, and doing it wrong, is that if you try and fight the skulls close to the truck, you will most likely blow it up, because the truck's health is really low down. And you can see there that this rocket launcher here is really quite good. So, honestly, I gotta say, the best advice I can give here is don't lose your cool. And I know that sounds weird, but that's really the best advice. The skulls can be sort of intimidating, and you can see here I'm taking quite a bit of damage even though I am wearing the battle dress. But as long as you keep your cool, don't freak out, go, you know, find somewhere to hide, and bring your health back down or up. You know, just chill out, just cool it. You know, unless something like that happens. But there's one very good place here to just kind of lay low and get your health back at. And that would be right over here. There's literally just kind of a hole in the ground here that you can, that's right behind me, that you can just hide in, and I feel like they've never really bothered me while I've been in there.
Supplies requested.
Also, that is not one of the skulls, but if you kill one of those, it's like whatever. They're usually... Whoa, that was a close one. Usually they're a little bit better than normal soldiers, so if you're able to keep those guys alive, you can Fulton them back to base and everything like that. So yeah, they're using their, like, infamous second sun powers. This is the best place to hide and just kind of wait for them to, you know, move, or wait for your supply drop, or wait for your health to go back up. So keep your cool, just keep firing at them, make sure you have enough ammo, and the skulls really are not that big of a deal. Which is kind of unfortunate because they're really the only boss battles that you fight in this game. Someone wanting more boss battles, more Metal Gear boss battles, the skulls are fairly disappointing. The first time you play, they can be very difficult, but I think once you know you can beat them, they're really not a problem. So that's, I think, what, 2 down? Possibly 3? What is there, 1 more left? Also, there is something cool that you can do with the skulls that I will show off right here.
You defeated the skulls. I can't believe you took those things out. Now you just have to extract the target.
So yeah, there you go. That's the skulls done. Again, this is very useful for this mission, is the ability to Fulton out vehicles. Also, I don't think you can ever try and Fulton out the skulls. I'm pretty sure you can't.
Analysis complete.
There are other mission tasks in this mission, but there are certain levels where I just really don't feel like going and doing missions because I know that the level itself is going to be just pretty annoying, so I don't feel like wasting time with the missions. There is some stuff to collect in this base, so I'll pretty much just be spending the rest of this level doing this. And how many times have I said level in this video? I think I just missed a post or two in there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna blow up the anti-radar dish thing that I've been doing pretty much every level. Also, this is very handy, the ability to Fulton these guys out, because it gives you resources, but it also takes a lot of resources to Fulton the resources out, so I don't know how that makes sense. Also, I've never done this before, but leave a comment if you wouldn't mind if I continued this series and probably concluded it without Chris, just in case something happens and he doesn't come back. I'd like to know if people would want me to wait for him or keep going with the series, because I don't care either way. I'd like to have Chris here, but I'd also like to finish this series. Do people like me by myself, or would they rather Chris with me in this series? I'm actually legitimately curious and would like to know. So if you want to leave a comment, you go ahead and do that. I've never asked for anyone to leave a comment before, unironically, so you know this, like, I actually would like to know this. So yeah, I just blew that up. Now I can come in here anytime, just as usual. And with the ability to Fulton out these little canisters, they're not canisters, what are they? They're like shipping containers. We also gain a new ability for Snake, which I will show off in about a second. So what you do is you climb on top of the shipping container, you Fulton it out, and you hit triangle again. We now have a new way to exfil from any level, pretty much at any time, because those shipping containers are pretty common.
Development project has been added.
So yeah, that's that. That's a pretty good level. I like it. What'd I get? S rank, hell yeah. S for... Hey, that's pretty good. So yeah, the skulls really aren't that bad, and that was a one and done kind of level. Whereas the last level I recorded about 5 different times. That one was my first attempt, so that's how hard the skulls are.
Boss, we searched the truck you recovered. There were 2 primary types of cargo. First, drums of malachite, a copper ore. That took up most of the truck.
You know what? Well, Miller's talking right now because he's just going to start talking about cake or whatever. The first time I played this level, what I ended up having to do was use the invisibility kind of item that turns you invisible. I had to lead the skulls away, turn invisible, exfil the truck out, and that's how I beat it the first level, because it's really difficult the first time.
But who can say? Thing is, there isn't a lot of it. Not enough to make a nuclear warhead. Give us some time. We'll look into it. Try to figure out why they had this under such close guard.
So that's it for this video. Hopefully Chris should be back in the next one, which, like I said, will be a very special video. So see you then.